Thanks for streaming with us. A special presentation for you from the archives. I'm Jeff Smith. We're taking you back to September 2015 when Pope Francis visited Washington, D.C. The visit was marked by carefully coordinated public events, from a visit to the White House and interfaith services at local churches to an address to Congress that reached viewers around the world. The papal visit drew thousands to the nation's capital, hoping to get a glimpse of the Pontiff. Here's WUSA's coverage from a decade ago, giving you a front row seat to history.
WUSA 9 presents Pope Francis in America, Washington, D.C.
It has been a historic day in D.C. Pope Francis made a man a saint, kissed babies, hugged a little girl, and greeted thousands of admirers from around the world. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jan Jeffcoat.
And I'm Leslie Foster. And of course, our Bruce Johnson has been anchoring coverage from the Basilica of the National Shrine, where the canonization mass just wrapped up. And Bruce, you got to see it with your own eyes and feel it with your own heart. Tell us what it was like to be there.
That about sums it up, though. We saw it, we heard it, we felt it. Should point out that the Pope right now is in his car, that little cute Fiat that he's been driving around. He's headed back uptown to 34th and Reno Road, 34th and Mass, the Vatican Embassy. And as soon as we capture him on our cameras, we're going to go to Mola Lange live. The spirit of the world tells us to be like everybody else, to settle for what comes easy. We must regain the conviction that we need one another, that we have a shared responsibility for others and for the world. That's what Pope Francis said here to some 25,000 people, and we ate it all up. He had a lot more to say about looking out for one another, that it's not just about us. Stop being so selfish. I just thought it was a great speech. The service itself was incredible. The singing, the vibe. Scores of people took communion, including many members of the media up here. It was an incredible event. I'm sure nobody will leave here the same as when they came in. You know, the Catholic Church also has a new saint tonight. A Pope born in the Americas and called to Europe, honors a missionary born in Europe and called to the Americas. Jan Jeffcoat has that story.
He arrived by Pope Mobile, Pope Francis waving to a sea of people along the route to the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception. He came to celebrate a mass of canonization for Franciscan friar Junipero Serra, the first canonization on U.S. soil.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, peace be with you.
In the 1700s, Serra left Spain for the New World. He ministered to the people of Mexico. Then he traveled north and established Catholic missions along the California coast. The Archbishop of Washington, Cardinal Wuerl, addressed the Pope to present Serra's name for sainthood.
The Holy Mother Church earnestly beseeches Your Holiness to enter Blessed Junipero Serra among the saints.
The Pope's reply in Latin:
Beatum Juniperum Serra, sanctum esse decernimus et definimus.
Relics of the new saint were placed on the altar. Then Cardinal Wuerl again thanking the Pope.
Most Holy Father, in the name of the Holy Church, I thank Your Holiness for making this proclamation.
And it was done. A new saint, Junipero Serra. Jan Jeffcoat, WUSA 9.
Pope Francis said Serra lived by the motto, keep moving forward, and he urged all of us to do the same, keep moving forward. Right now, we're waiting for the Pope to arrive back at the Vatican Embassy in Northwest, where he'll spend the rest of the night. Nothing else on his official schedule. We've got a live look at the scene in Northwest. We're told that Pope Francis should be there soon. You can see the crowd waiting anxiously to greet him. It's right across the street from the Vice President's residence. One of the highlights of the day was the papal parade. You saw this many times over. This was the best chance for thousands of people to catch a glimpse of Pope Francis. They crowded the National Mall as the Pontiff waved from a specially fitted Jeep Wrangler. People cheered and waved as a Secret Service agent or two.
The following day, Pope Francis became the first pope to address a joint session of Congress. He then continued his North American visit in New York and Philadelphia. This has been From the Archives. I'm Jeff Smith. Thank you for streaming on WTOL 11+.